As a rule of thumb, it's best to steer clear of basketball players if you're looking for a long-term relationship. The media has been flooded with stories of NBA players cheating on their wives over the years. It's a common practice among players to spend money, live in luxury, and date a variety of women. Because NBA players are always in the spotlight, the media makes sure that their private lives are well documented for the public to see. Keeping your distance from your teammates' wives, girlfriends, or other significant others is one of the most fundamental rules of the bro code. Just don't do it. Don't do anything physical with them. Don't even think about having relations with them in bed. Unfortunately, with the help of the media, accusations have been leveled against a select few NBA players, exposing their darkest secrets. So stick around till the end, as there are some unbelievable exposes of NBA players who allegedly slept with a teammate's wife. Let's get started. The first case on our list resulted in the dissolution of a 5-year marriage through divorce. Guess who the player is? Oh, my bad, he is Steve Nash. Steve Nash and 2 of his Phoenix Suns teammates were involved in one of the most contentious situations. Steve Nash filed for divorce the day after his wife gave birth to their child. Isn't that heartless? Not in this case, because his wife gave birth to an African-American child. The child's true father was initially thought to be Leandro Barbosa, but the more likely candidate was changed to Jason Richardson. Richardson was traded just days after Nash announced his divorce from his wife. Nash only made one statement on the subject. "This is a bittersweet time for my wife and me. After 5 years of marriage, we are now in the process of divorcing. This will be my only comment on the subject." You can understand Nash's reluctance to go into further detail, as this had to be the worst day of his life. Next up, we are going to talk about none other than Michael Jordan. The Chicago Bulls of the 1990s were led by a competitive duo named Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Who could be the lady in question here? None other than young Madonna herself. The pop singer used to sit front and center staring at Mr. Pippen while Jordan looked at her. According to Johnny Back, Pippen's former assistant coach at the time, Madonna used to pick him up in a limo with a hot tub every time he went to Los Angeles. Details are scarce because the internet was non-existent, but there was clearly something going on that people thought was worth discussing. There's also a rumored story about Jordan betting Madonna that he could satisfy her better than Pippen could. We already knew MJ was competitive, but that's ridiculous. Shaq had an extramarital affair with another NBA player's fiancée, much to your dismay. And I understand how shocking this is to you. In 2010, rumors began to circulate that Shaquille O'Neal was having an affair with Laura Govan, the fiancée of Wizard star Gilbert Arenas. Emails between them were leaked, and they went into great detail about what they planned to do. As a result, Shawnee, Shaq's wife, filed for divorce from her husband, citing irreconcilable differences. Arenas was out of the NBA by this time, and the details of this alleged affair remained a mystery. Gilbert Arenas initially denied that this woman had slept with Shaq, but he seemed to backtrack on his words. Arenas had submitted his medical records to Govan as part of a defamation lawsuit. He claimed Govan slandered him by claiming he had contracted an STD. Arenas retaliated by claiming that Govan had contracted an STD from Shaq. In the lawsuit, Govan refused to provide her medical records. This case may not involve another teammate's wife, but I believe the coach's wife is close enough. Andrew Bynum of the Cleveland Cavaliers was suspended a few years ago after it was revealed that he had been suspended for conduct detrimental to the team, but was later given paid leave for allegedly having relations with the wife of one of the coaching staff, Jamahl Mosley. That season, he started 19 games and appeared in 24 others. Bynum has been out of the league for several years and shows no signs of returning. Nobody knows for sure if it was just for his play or if there was something more going on, but if this is true, it's a whopper. This is one of the most bizarre stories on the list. When Steve Nash's wife, Alejandra, announced that she was expecting their 3rd child, rumors quickly spread that the father was Nash's former teammate, Leandro Barbosa. They were allegedly having an affair behind Nash's back. Steve filed for divorce after Alejandra gave birth to their son. The media had a field day with the news that she had been caught sleeping with another man, a father whose son could never be mistaken for Steve Nash's. That was before the Arizona Foothills magazine published an article featuring Alejandra and 3 Caucasian children. The real reason for the divorce was allegedly Steve's infidelity with a 22-year-old woman, which is why he never fought the Barbosa rumors. To stay under the radar, he wanted to divert the media's attention in a different direction. Here we go, the craziest story of the day. Derek Fisher and Matt Barnes used to play together for the Los Angeles Lakers. Fisher stepped down to take over as head coach of the New York Knicks, while Barnes stepped into the forward position with the Memphis Grizzlies after his retirement. When Barnes learned that Govan had been seeing Fisher, he was about to divorce his ex-wife of 2 years, LA star Govan. In order to face Fisher in Govan's backyard in front of friends and family, he drove nearly 100 miles from Santa Barbara to Los Angeles. In the New York Post, a source said that the situation was extremely tense. Then, Matt drove down there and beat him to a pulp. Barnes clearly took this personally, even though Fisher did nothing wrong morally. If you want to keep your job, a coach's girl is probably not the girl you'd want to cheat on. Paul George married Callie Rivers, the daughter of Los Angeles Clippers head coach Doc Rivers. How did he get caught, you may wonder? He was caught sleeping with a stripper on a boat. The entire thing happened at a yacht party. Because he didn't use a condom, and she became pregnant as a result. To keep the whole thing quiet, he is said to have offered her $1 million to end the pregnancy. The exotic dancer refused, and George began dating someone else shortly after the birth of his daughter. Hey Paul, have you ever heard the phrase, "don't sh where you eat"? We had to save this one for last because it's by far the strangest and most shocking situation we've ever witnessed in professional sports. How could you possibly have a straying eye, let alone a sexting relationship, when you're married to someone as beautiful as Ava Longoria? Tony Parker of the San Antonio Spurs has been linked to the wife of teammate Brent, so it's possible. Longoria allegedly discovered hundreds of texts between Parker and Aaron Berry after the two couples became close friends. Longoria dumped him and had their wedding date tattooed on her wrist removed. While Brent filed for divorce, in an interview with Hello Magazine last year, Tony Parker discussed his divorce. It's not easy to leave a relationship, because when I get involved in something, I want to do it well. The exposure I could not control. This is the world we live in today. Everything is on the internet and on social network sites. I never paid attention to what people said. Hollywood is another world on another level. That's all we have for you today, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Let us know in the comments down below which NBA player's scandal you thought was the most surprising. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and smash the notification button so that you never miss out on another one of our videos. Until next time.